Hey, you can sit there for the rest of your life wishing for some genie or someone to come save your life, but in reality, no one's coming. If someone was, you wouldn't be watching this video. You need to take back control over your life and decide to take action. It's 1 p.m. and I just got doing some deep work. I mean, I was just sitting there in the flow, just focused, and I just feel accomplished. So I'll go ahead and get me some grub. I walk over to the cafe and then I get me my special, eggs and chicken. Man, they had the good version too. So as I'm sitting there eating my eggs with cheddar cheese, chicken that's juicy, I meet up with a friend. I see him and I say, yo, what's good? So we get into a little convo and he lets me know that he's sitting with a couple of his friends. So I go ahead, join him, and we just having a great time. Then as that keeps going on, he sees a girl that he likes. I'm like, ooh, okay, go ahead and approach her. And he's like, nah, I don't really want to do it. Next time. I'm like, huh? When he goes around walking, he always says, yo, what's good? What's up? To like at least 5 people within like 10 minutes. I'm like, scared now? Like, what's going on? So as I'm trying to push him to go do it, he's just like, nah, not today. Next time when I see her. And it was at that moment where I realized what happened. You see, about a minute ago, I was very afraid to approach a person or approach a woman I wanted to talk to. And I always wished that there was that someone or a genie to just magically push me or force me to go do it. But at that moment, I realized that it would never happen. And no one can push you to do things that you want to do. They can obviously say encouragement words, right? They can be supportive. They could be like, yo, just go do it. But no one could just force you to go do it. You have to put in the work and actually decide to make a change. Because I used to envy people. I used to be like, yo, man, if I had their life, or man, if I had their parents or their friends, I would have been this, I would have been that. That was all excuses at the end of the day. Because they had to put themselves on the line to go do it regardless. They could have just simply just said, nah, even with all that support. So it's all up to you no matter what. Now, you may feel disempowered. Now you may feel hopeless. You have put your trust in some certain someone or genie in a bottle to make you change your life. And now realizing that it's up to you, you may feel pretty sad. But don't worry, because there's 5 actionable steps that you can do alone that would drastically help you with your social anxiety and help you approach anybody you ever wanted to. And starting with number 1, deal with your past bad experiences. When we start off when we was like babies, we were all confident. I mean, if we wanted to cry, we were just gonna cry on the spot. We didn't worry about, oh, I'm gonna be too loud, I'm gonna disturb those certain people, oh, I don't wanna be annoyed. You just cried, right? So it's important that you go ahead and uncover all that stuff that's make you unconfident. So for example, I really had a really big trouble with public speaking, and that was all because of this one time back in the 7th grade. We was in school and it was humanities, you know, reading and writing. Now I was not good at math, English, man, I was a terrible student. As I'm sitting there creating the work, because we had to create a poem and then share it with the class. As I'm writing this poem, I'm like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, this poem is garbage. And then the teacher's like, Omar, go ahead and present in front of the class. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'll go over to the front of the classroom and I start to read. Now, I'm shaking, like I'm popped in panic. My legs are shaking, my voice is choppy, I'm stuttering. I'm like, I went to the store, and I could just see the disappointment in the English teacher's face. She's getting more upset the more I read. And it comes to a point where she says, sit down, out of nowhere. She yells at me to sit down, and I was traumatized. Imagine you just a little ass kid, like 12 years old, and you get screamed at by some adult. And not only are you afraid to even present in the first place, but you just got embarrassed. The next time when I tried to go ahead and public speak at my freshman year of college, and I was doing the same thing, popped in panic. When I had to do a presentation, all I had to do was read on like a computer, stand behind some podium, and I was studying like crazy. And it got to the point where I was boring the audience. It was like, and guess what happened then? Panicked. Like I back to even more stuttering. It really took me some time to connect the dots and realize that it was all because I hadn't revealed it. It's very important for you to know that even though you may forget it, you may forget all these bad trauma experiences, but your body will never. Your body holds on to it. So it's very important that you highlight it, you note it, and then you move on to the next one. Number 2, Let go of those past experiences and resentment. The reason why you gotta let go of it after you recognize it. I know you may be like, what was the point? What was the point in the first place of covering this trauma? What you gotta do next is you gotta let it go and keep it pushing. And the reason why is that a whole lot of people, recognize their trauma. They find out that this bad thing happened to them and they just stay focused on it, not even knowing that they're creating the same thing again. So let's just say back in the day, right, you used to talk to women and they used to put you in a friend zone or not even want to talk to you or anything. And then you became black pill, where you're like, it's only 10%, only the 1% E, man. If you're not, making 100K a minute, if you're not 6'9", man, don't even give it a shot. Not knowing that you're attracting the same type of women because you're looking for them. You literally have your eyesight on them, so you're going to attract them. However, if we decide to let it go and just focus on the present, you may find women that actually want you, that's actually high quality and not, thinking that type of way. So it's best to stay in the present. Now, you do not want to look forward to the future, because if you look forward to the future, you're just not going to do any action. You're going to be like, once I get this one thing, then I'm going to actually do something. Yeah, when I get a camera, then I'm going to start YouTube. Yeah, for sure. Oh, when I get, this certain time, then I'm going to go to the gym. Yeah. And nothing's going to happen. You got to make sure that you focus on the present. It's a gift. Why not take advantage of it? Number 3, accept that the right moment will never happen. A lot of guys, even me, I struggle with this sometimes, so I'm still working on it. Whenever they see, someone they want to approach, maybe a woman, a business person, they're like, okay, I'm gonna go do it, when this perfect event happens, right? Usually, when that perfect event happens, you don't even expect it, so you end up selling anyways. You don't even end up going after it. You have to understand that the right moment will never happen, and if it happens, you will never expect it in the first place. So you just gotta stop making excuses and just go for it. Number 4, attack your problems. You have to be aggressive with your problems. You cannot just sit there and be passive. I've been passive for most of my life and it has not gotten me far. When I actually decided to take action, when I actually decided to put some work in, that's when I started to see some results. I used to sit back all day just watching YouTube videos like, this is how you grow your channel, this is how you do that. And then when I actually decided to put in the work, that's when my channel grew. Even back in the day when I started my old channels, I was not even consistent with it. I used to just sit back and just relax and just do nothing. But now knowing that being aggressive with your goals is very important. And aren't you just frustrated? Aren't you just irritated? Aren't you just angry? Like, don't you just want to do something? You see, you may not know it now, but you actually have this anger inside of you. And if you don't take it out on something that's positive, like work, making sure that you focus and you getting that work done, you going to the gym, you staying focused, you're going to take that anger out anyways. You're going to sit there and be a hater. You're going to see a person winning, you're going to see a person doing their thing, and you're just going to sit back and be a hater like, man, they're not even all that, man, forget them. And you're just not going to get any success. So make sure to attack your problems and use that anger, use it as fuel to accomplish your goals. Number 5, allow those past experiences to encourage you and build confidence. Now that you attack your problems, you let go of those bad experiences in the past, you recognize them, and you remember that there is no right moment, you'll have all these past experiences that will help you out and build confidence and encourage you to do the same thing more and more and more. Because you have all these evidence, you'll be more likely to achieve more success. One thing you have to understand is that this will not happen overnight. You're not just going to become the man of steel, the confident man just out of nowhere. It's going to take time. Even to this day, I'm still putting in work. Even though I made drastic improvement from where I was, it's still taking some time. So it's important for you to not try to rush things, get angry at yourself, and just think that this is not even working. It's going to take time for you to uncover those traumas. It's going to take time for you to just, put it back. It's going to take time for you to get used to attacking your problems and not waiting for the right moment. Once you do it enough and you keep getting better and better and better, you are certain to see success and results. Yo, what's good? My name is Omeezy and I'm currently on a self-improvement journey. I'm just trying out all these strategies to see if it works for me. And if it works for me, I'd like to share it on to you. Also, I have this Discord where it's about public speaking, social skills, small talk, all that. How to deal with social anxiety and just focus on the conversation. I like this Discord to be specifically about that, and where we can all provide advice, provide resources, and we can all improve together, or we can join the call and have conversations. So if that sounds interesting, click on the top link of the description and join right now. And with that being said, always remember Take it one step at a time, because you may never know where that one step may lead you.